Keyword research tools are often just data dumps that you then have to export to Excel or Sheets and then spend hours, if not days, filtering through data and pulling data in from other sources, and it can get a bit messy and time intensive. The content and keywords feature in RankCaddy has been designed to make content idea generation as easy as possible by pulling in data from various sources, auto-filtering, and also using AI for topic cluster idea generation. If you watched the project setup video when you first got started, you may have noticed that I added 2 keywords during the project setup for this test site, and these are in here already and assigned to the project. I'm just going to add one more just to show you how easy this is. So I'm going to add dog safety, and this is for the UK, and I'm not going to set a language. I'm going to leave that as default and just run. And that's it. That will start running. So I'm going to leave that to it and go back to our other keywords. And if we look at these, you'll see we have a load of ideas already, but we've also got some other data sources we can use. So let's dive into one of these. Let's start by just having a look at the first few tabs. So if we look at all keywords, this is where all the initial keyword data has been pulled in, and none of this has been filtered down yet. So this isn't as useful as the other tabs, but this is where all of our keywords sit, and we can filter within here as well. So for example, we can filter down by certain words we want to look into. We can do that a couple of levels deep, and we can also look into things like exact terms and related terms and so on. And when we head over to questions, we now have a list of keywords that have these question types, and I can turn these on and off. So for example, I can turn off are and who if I don't feel they're relevant, and I can just dig into everything else. So can dogs get colds? How to help dogs that are constipated, and so on. So we have a load of content ideas here. And then we have popular filters, and these are popular terms that often make good content. So things like best, reviews, benefits, versus, calculator, template, and so on. Again, we can turn these on and off. So there are some e-commerce related ones here that we might feel aren't relevant for our project. So I can turn these off. And I can just dig into the ones that are relevant to us. It's worth noting that anything I hide or turn off while I'm looking at this, when I then come to export either just the current tab or export all, which will export all of the tabs into Excel, it will also remember what I've set here. So anything I've turned off or hidden, it will remember that and not export that. And then the next few tabs are a few additional data sources we can pull in. So we can pull in data from People Also Ask. So I'm just going to kick that off now. We can also pull in auto suggest data from Google. So I'm going to run that one as well. And we can also pull in supporting content ideas. And what this does is it looks at what sites are already ranking and what are they talking about around this topic. So in this case, the topic of dog health. What content have they written around the subject of dog health? So again, that can give us loads more content ideas. So I'm going to run that one as well. And then if we just have a look at the topic cluster tab, once we have the keyword data sources that we want, we can then select a topic cluster size of 10 or 30 or 50, and this will generate a topic cluster plan for us around this topic. So I'm going to let those other data sources run first. That might just take a little while, and then I'll come back and run this one. And we now have these additional data points pulled in. So here we have our People Also Ask data. So this is pulled in a hierarchy format down to 3 levels. If we do find something really relevant and we do want to go deeper, just click the binoculars and that will go deeper again. As mentioned earlier, we can hide things for the export. So if things feel really irrelevant here, we can hide some of these. We also have auto suggest data. And as mentioned, we also have this supporting content data as well. So we can look at what the ranking sites have written around this topic. So we can see, for example, preparing your dog for a change in routine, content about worms, transitioning your puppy to an adult dog diet, how to tell if your dog's poo is healthy. So we have tons more potential content ideas here as well. So I'm now in a position here where I can kick one of these topic cluster tasks off. So I could do a big bulk of ideas. I'm just going to try 10 just to show you. So I'm going to kick that off. And then you'll see we have a handful of ideas here for our topic cluster. So raw food diet, keeping your dog's teeth healthy, common skin problems. And you don't have to follow these titles exactly, but they will give you a good idea of the sorts of things you should be writing within that topic. And you may have also noticed this new tab option up here. With all of these tabs up here, such as popular or people also ask, you have the option to have multiple instances of those. So if I want another instance of people also ask data, but where I have a load of these hidden, then I can do that. If I want another instance of popular terms, but that's only looking at best, then I can do that. And if we go back to the topic cluster results, pulling in 10 ideas will give quite different results compared to bringing in 50 ideas. So I may want one tab for 10 ideas and then another, which I can then rename to maybe topic cluster 50. And then I can run 50 and I'll have both of those options, which will also be added to the export in Excel with those tab names. And if I decide I don't want that, then I can just delete current tab. And then finally over on the To Improve tab, in here you have the option of linking this up with a data dive project, and it will connect it with your Search Console data, and it will filter into here all of the keywords from your keyword research that you're already ranking for. So you don't need to create new content for those. You may just need to improve that content. And that's it for content and keywords. We now have all of our ideas here for the keyword we've just been working on. And as always, let us know if you have any questions.